What crochet trends are we going to see take center stage in 2024? Well, I used my experience as an artist, as well as looked at some emerging trends in the fashion industry, on social media such as Pinterest, as well as just traveling around, and some trends that I personally would love to see more of in 2024. Hi, my name is Sterling, and I'm the fiber artist here behind Cactus Lady Creation. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I share all kinds of crochet inspiration, tutorials, thrift flips, and thrift with me hauls, and as well as some studio vlogs and just kind of behind the scenes of running my art business. And I'll definitely be sharing more in 2024. So if you like any and all of those things, definitely make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of all the future videos that I'll be sharing next year. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 different crochet fashion trends that I see emerging and rising to the surface in 2024. I've seen a few other people sharing this, and I thought that I would share my perspective on this with you all. And you can let me know what you think in the comments below, if you agree or if you think we'll see something else. And I also thought it would just be fun to look back on this video in a year and see, was I right or was I totally off? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below as we go along. And if you want to see any of these trends that I mention or just read more about them, I'll also have a link in the description to my blog, which will have all of these and also a Pinterest board with a lot of the photos that I'll be sharing with you all. And I'll be breaking all of these trends up into two main categories: aesthetic trends, and then also just more general trends that I see emerging. And to first start with aesthetic trends, I think the first aesthetic that we're going to be seeing a lot more of is coquette. Coquette aesthetic is one that has been really exploding everywhere lately, and I believe we're only going to see more of it in 2024. Coquette has been described in Who What Wear as the ultimate definition of girlycore with a mix of sultry Old English elegance. It also has a lot of overlap with ballet core, with textures like lace, silks, and soft textiles in general. This aesthetic is so classic and feminine, so I really love it. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of bows, and more bows. And I know I've already been seeing a lot of this on my Instagram as well as Pinterest. Let me know if you have as well in the comments below. I think this aesthetic is definitely a little bit of a nod to the 80s in my opinion. This aesthetic embraces pearl necklaces, corsets, lace, which I love so much, scrunchies, heart lockets, and ballet flats. This is a really fun one and easy one to thrift for as well, and it's really easy to adapt to your own specific style. I definitely love this aesthetic, and let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a specific crochet inspired patterns for this aesthetic or for any of the aesthetics that I share with you all. Okay, so the second aesthetic I definitely see trending is Western Gothic aesthetic. According to Pinterest trends, they have seen a 145% increase in searching the term Western Gothic, so I think we'll definitely be seeing a lot more of this one. I know that I've personally seen Western aesthetic and Gothic aesthetic sort of trending separately, so I really believe that these two could merge and really take off as an aesthetic together. Western Gothic is also referred to as Gothic Western or Gothic Prairie. It mixes Americana chic with deep, moody hues. I also really appreciate and feel like this aesthetic gives a little nod to the Victorian era, which I really love. So this will bring lots of incorporating black and leather elements and combining more Western motifs with moody Gothic vibes. How to incorporate it into crochet? Well, I imagine crochet ponchos and vests, or even prairie dresses or prairie skirts being a thing, but then embracing Gothic feel with some lacy doily motifs, lots of black and some spooky elements even, then just putting a cowboy hat, some boots, and throw on some jeans and a bolo tie and you're good to go. It definitely embraces more feminine and masculine elements, and so it's very gender neutral, which we love, and it's also really easy to thrift, which we also love. The next aesthetic is jellyfish aesthetic, and you might be like, what is jellyfish aesthetic? But listen for a second. Jellyfish haircut has specifically seen a 615% increase recently on Pinterest. You might be like, Sterling, what's a jellyfish haircut? And I didn't know what it was at first either, but when I looked into it, I thought it was kind of like a very chic modern take on the 80s mullet. but with a nice chic twist. It's really fresh and it's really now, and I'm totally here for it. I definitely believe that 2024 is the year that this decade is finally settling into its own, because this aesthetic is really unique. It celebrates delicate textures, gentle aquatic colors, flowy silhouettes, sequins and beaded accents, and lots of organic shaped jewelry. This aesthetic is definitely the more chic, avant-garde, older sister of mermaid core. In crochet, I would love to see more flowy garments, more jellyfish hats, asymmetrical sort of lines and fun textures, net mesh pieces with distressed features and layers, and free-form pieces that play with color and shape and feature aquatic accents in general. This is definitely a fun aesthetic to play with and create something truly unique and new. Another aesthetic I believe we'll see more of is grandpa core, or as Pinterest coined it, eclectic grandpa core. Grandpa core is similar to cottagecore or farmcore, as in it embraces slower life, gardening, vintage things, but eclectic grandpa core specifically is all about embracing bright colors, kitschy trinkets that are unique, old novelty things like teapots and vases, and stereotypically grandpa things like rocking chairs or old watches. Crochet is perfect for this aesthetic, and I think it'll show up as brightly colored sweaters, socks, crochet customized pieces in general that are cozy and a little oversized. And I hope to definitely see more crochet brooches in general. I love brooches personally and would love to see that. This is also the perfect aesthetic to thrift for or do thrift flips for, and sort of take something old and make it new. Now I'll be sharing some more general things that I see trending in 2024, and the first one is dopamine dressing. This one is definitely a fun one, and it really started rising to the surface in 2022. Dopamine dressing means it embraces bold colors, bold patterns, playful silhouettes, and is basically playing with different colors and dressing to be happy. You can wear wild colors and bold patterns together that you may have never thought of before, or you can wear all of your accent pieces together. Even though this trend really started coming to the surface in 2022, I feel like it really exploded in 2023 with the Barbie movie. The branding with that movie was so effective because everyone actually embraced their inner child, wearing pink to see it, and then afterwards for a while, and it was definitely a summer craze. But it really allowed everyone to realize the fun in embracing your inner child and being the it girl of your life. To bring this to life with crochet, I could definitely see some accessories made with bold colors, such as creating oversized scarves or berets or bucket hats, and then adding them to your outfit with a bold colored shoe or purse that matches or is another color. My cloud applique crochet mini skirt also really fit this aesthetic. If you want to check that out, I'll put that in the card above. I also think we'll be seeing a lot more oversized crochet sweaters and clothing in general. Oversized sweaters and clothing in general are all the rage right now, and I feel they're only going to continue to grow in 2024. I also think we'll be seeing a lot more Fair Isle sweaters. These are always really classy and chic and never really go out of style, but they're definitely gaining popularity right now. I saw that they've been trending according to Pinterest, and I've also seen them everywhere myself recently. Even Vogue shared an article on some of their favorite Fair Isle of the season. And the beauty of them is, of course, that if you're up for the challenge, you can make them yourself. And they are traditionally knitted, but if you want to crochet one, I actually created a list of some of my favorite Fair Isle crochet inspired patterns. And if you want to check that out, I'll put the link to that video above. They do tend to be a bit more intermediate to advanced level to create, but they're definitely worth it if you're up for the challenge. Next, we're definitely going to see a lot more scrap yarn projects in 2024. Scrap yarn projects are a perfect way to reduce waste and get through that scrap yarn pile you have in the corner. I love some of the pieces that I've been seeing recently, and you can make all kinds of garments. It's just amazing what you can do with a little bit of scrap yarn and a lot of imagination. Scrap yarn projects are personally some of my favorite to make. Recently, I shared a granny square scrap yarn scarf with you all, and I also shared a little while ago a two-piece dragonfly patchwork sort of crochet outfit. and lots more. I'll put them all in the description box below if you want to check them out. Recently, I've also been daydreaming about creating a scrap yarn sweater. So there's so many different options, so many different things that you can make with scrap yarns. Another fashion trend that I definitely see being embraced through crochet are metallics. Metallics are basically the new neutral. Over the last few years, I've seen a lot of brown and beige and neutral tones, but come 2024, I think we're going to see a lot more metallics. It's definitely the new neutral. I personally tend to gravitate to silver metallics, and not just because my name is Sterling, but also because silver goes with everything. Another it color that we're definitely going to see being embraced is red. Red is the color of love, of passion, it's sexy, and it's always classy. We tend to see a lot of it around Valentine's Day each year, but it's definitely going to be having its moment this spring. Usually spring brings about feelings of pastels, but this year I think it's going to be all red everything, specifically especially the colors oxblood and scarlet. It's very regal and classy. To embrace it, maybe you can crochet yourself a little red accessory, maybe one of those heart crochet bags, or something really nice like a corset or a nice red sweater. And the best thing to go with red, I personally believe, is more red. So have fun with a full red ensemble. And the last trend we're definitely going to see more of is granny squares, and more granny squares. I personally really love granny squares. I think they're so adaptable, they're so colorful and bold and fun and chic. They're definitely having their moment, and they're going to continue to. They also embrace scrap yarns, and you don't have to just make the basic granny square motif. If you want to see more ideas on some granny squares that you can make, I've actually created a video where I share 100 granny square patterns, and you can check that out in the card above. What did you think of my list of 10 crochet fashion trends for 2024? Let me know in the comments below, and give this video a like if you enjoyed. Also, if you want to check out more crochet granny square patterns, you can see this video next. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.